To introduce Wayward, please join me in welcoming Mae Martin and Ryan Scott.
Thank you. Hi. Thanks, Jeff.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Mae.
It feels like our wedding. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited and emotional. I can't overstate how meaningful it is to have the show premiering at TIFF. I'm a Toronto kid, and to have a show at TIFF that was shot in Toronto is just very exciting. I wrote down people to thank. There's so many people I love here. My parents are here. Give it up for my parents and my brother and my sister-in-law and other people I love, like Netflix. You know, my true family, Netflix, and the executives there. But genuinely, Netflix, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of the support. And Cole and Danielle and Tara and Kennedy, you've been such thoughtful collaborators and really let me get very weird, so thank you. Thank you, Objective Fiction and Sphere Media, Jennifer and Andrea for working so hard on this show. So, truly, all of the cliches about Canadian productions are true. They're hardworking and funny and creative, and I'm just so proud to have made this show here with such amazing people. It's a show about intergenerational conflict, and I'm thinking a lot these days about the worlds that we're handing down to the next generation. And it feels more important than ever that we tap into those younger versions of ourselves, who had a keen sense of injustice and vitality and energy to push back against authority. I feel like as we get older, we turn a blind eye to suffering, and we have to suppress so much critical thinking just to participate in the world. And so, more than ever, we have to listen to young people, and that's sort of the heart of this show, I think. To that end, I want to particularly thank our young cast, especially Sydney and Alyvia, who play Abby and Lila in the show. Thank you so much for bringing so much of yourselves to the show and keeping us all present during filming it and being such great collaborators. Also our directors, Eros Lynn and Renika Jayapalan and John Fawcett and Sarah Gadon and Toni Collette, my new lifelong best friends who I'm obsessed with. And finally, I want to say this show's been 6 years in the making for me, but really I've been thinking about it for about 20 years. And my best friends, Nicole and Gabby, are here tonight. I'm going to get emotional. But we've been best friends since we were 13. And this show is really a love letter to you guys and our friendship. Nicole was sent to a troubled teen facility when we were 16 and was a consultant on this show. And I'm just so happy to have you here. And you've really shaped my whole sense of humor. So thank you. Hold on to your friends, everybody. Yeah.
Thanks, Mae. I'm Ryan. Thank you for coming out to our show tonight. And thank you to TIFF for such an incredible launch. TV shows don't normally get something like this. It's really important, really special. When you're a teenager, you kind of like promise yourself that you'll never become one of those sad adults who stops caring about things, who shrugs off the world's problems, and who sits down at concerts and then leaves before the encore so you can make it home to bed at 11, maybe 10:30, depending upon traffic. And then you grow up, and you do that a lot. And somehow all of these like edges and all these sharp parts of your personality are all smoothed over. Wayward is about this incredibly weird and hilarious and really awkward, sometimes horrific process called growing up. And all these things are kind of lost when we do. But have we ever really laughed like we did when we were 13 with our best friend? And it's really important to remember that. Those times are the times that really bond us most, and it's how Mae and I first bonded and how we kind of came together, was bonding over these wild years. Collaboration is also truly what makes TV special, and we could not have told this story without a circus of amazing people who literally gave their blood and their lives and time away from their families to make this show. Thank you to our writers, Eva, Mohammed, Kim, Alex, Misha, and especially Kayla, our third showrunner. Guys, if you're going to be locked in a room for hours on end talking about your teenage trauma, these are the people to do it with. Thank you to our incredible editors, Jillian, Hugh, and Dev. They found and created the statue out of this marble of very overwritten scenes that we had. And thank you to our fearless department heads, Anna, Manu, Craig, Catherine, Leah, Patrick, Aaron, Natalie, Christy, Anthony, Kari, Sylvan, Tom, Stewie, Jody, all of our crew. You guys made this with your hands and your hearts. Thank you. And finally, to our brilliant assistants who connected all the dots. Please hire me someday. And then lastly, and certainly not least, to the most incredible cast. You all put a piece of yourselves in this. Yes, absolutely. And we'd like to welcome a couple of them onto the stage. Let's hear for Patrick J. Adams, Brandon J. McLaren, Alyvia Alyn,
Sydney Topliffe, Sarah Gadon, and the iconic Toni Collette. That's it. Yeah, we hope you like it, and we'll see you after.
Yeah. There'll be a Q&A.
Enjoy.
Please stay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy, everyone. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage Brandon J. McLaren. Alyvia Alyn Lind. Sydney Topliffe. Sarah Gadon. Toni Collette. And creator May Martin.
Thanks.
My
That was
first
so exciting.
Amazing to watch with people.
So good. Well, my first question's for the audience. Who wants more? And May, my second question's for you. Must have been a wild week. What is it like seeing this series on the big screen here at TIFF?
It's so thrilling. Yeah, so thrilling. I've never been in a movie. I don't know. I'm looking at you. I've never been in a.
Thanks for that information.
In a movie or anything. So I've never got to watch something I've made on a big screen, and that felt incredible. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
I have been in a movie, and it still felt incredible.
And I'm so excited for you guys to see it as well, and to be here together. So.
May, you talked a little bit at the beginning about the origins of this series. Can you elaborate on not only where the idea came from, but how the project started to come to life?
Well, like I said, my best friend went to a sort of residential rehab facility for teens in the States, and when she came back, she had the stories were so kind of. The therapy sounded so theatrical and intense, and I became really interested in the troubled teen industry. It's a billion-dollar industry, and researched it a lot. And the origins of the troubled teen industry are really fascinating. They sort of the genesis came from self-help cults in the 70s, like Synanon, and there's a lot of sort of unregulated practices, and it's not very transparent. So it seemed like great fodder for a thriller. Yeah.
And Toni, you've been here many times, Knives Out, Miss You Already, and many more. Can you talk about what it's like being back with this series and really what attracted you to a character or playing a character like Evelyn?
I mean, what a gift. She's insane. I love the entire story. I was riveted when I started reading it. I wanted more, and it's toned, I'm sure you'll agree, is just so original. It traverses really meaningful moments and absolute hilarity. I think Evelyn is an incredible person. Who wouldn't want to play her? There's, the surface level presentational self and a whole subterranean world yet to come. And we made it here in Toronto, and now I think I've made 4 films here, and I've obviously been to the festival several times, but I think making this show, I really feel like I could live here. I did live here, and I am so happy to be back and have this experience with all these beautiful people whom I love and admire and had the best time with.
Our Airbnbs during filming were 6 houses down from
30
each other.
meters away from each other.
Yeah, by Trinity Bellwoods, and we had a great time. Trinity Bellwoods. Shout out Trinity Bellwoods. Is that?
Sarah, you've been here many times as well. You've been part of our talent development programs. You've given back so much to this organization. What is it like being here celebrating this on TIFF's 50th?
Oh, hey. TIFF. It means so much to me. I was so thrilled when May asked me to be a part of the project. I was 6 months postpartum, and I was playing 6 months pregnant, so it was all very fresh in my mind. And I just was so thrilled to work with May and to see them really take this dramatic turn. And watching it back tonight was just so proud of all the work that they put into this character and also into our on-screen relationship. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
Question for Alyvia and Sydney. Your characters bring this sense of levity in the first 2 episodes. How did the 2 of you build, charisma and dynamic between the 2 of you?
We had to really work at it. It was very hard.
Really difficult.
Really, it's hard to be this close, but no, it was instantaneous. Alyvia just walked into the casting room and it just lit up, and we bonded over High School Musical and
our love of 2000s films.
Yeah.
The second I met Sydney, it was probably the fastest I've ever felt so connected to somebody. We talked for an hour at least in this conference room, going over the scenes for maybe 5 minutes of that. The rest of it, we were just talking about our lives and connecting. It was such a pleasure to come to work every day and hang out with your best friend. What you see on the screen is really what you get in real life with us, and it was incredible.
Not the abusive.
Yeah,
situation.
not that part, but us having a blast, all real. Yeah. Didn't have to work at it at all.
What was some of the great advice that May gave you on set?
Ooh.
Maybe stop improvising and say the words that I wrote.
Actually, quite literally the opposite. Improvise more. I think that bring yourself to the characters. It's so collaborative in every single way, and I think that really what made these characters pop is that we got to bring so much of our own true relationship into them, and I think that was just all result of May being so open to us doing whatever the hell we wanted.
How amazing are they, though? It's so great. I remember referencing The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie because... But seriously, what I love about those 2 is that they sort of completely drop their masks with each other, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, and they're in their public-facing life. They do these little voices, and then when the 2 of them are together, they're very bro-y. They're like, dude, we gotta and I like, yeah. So that was.
I remember when we were doing the scene on the roof in the first episode, you were like, laugh with your entire mouth open and just be completely yourselves in any way you possibly can, and I think it really came through in the scenes.
There's something it's hard to understand what it is, but when you watch a series or a film, you can see that there's almost a invisible community that's happening on set, a healthy community. May, you were at the industry conference earlier today talking about kind of how to create community on set and that safe space. How did you go about doing that?
What did I say today?
Let's play it back.
Yeah. Well, I think because of the subject matter, maybe people were really giving of themselves and open and sharing, and we were all thinking about, coming of age and that kind of thing. What else? We played a lot of games. Yes, and yes, kitchen discos, game nights, and then also I think it's a show about young people being disempowered. So it was so important to me that the younger cast really felt empowered to take ownership of their characters and be creative collaborators, and they just rose to it so amazingly. Yeah.
And Brandon, what drew you to the character of Andrews, and how would you describe how he fits into the world of Tall Pines?
I mean, you gonna see. No, I have to say, and I don't know if I got to tell you this in person, but when I read the first 2 episodes, like there are like a few songs that you hear in your life where you're like, this is different than all the other things that I've heard prior. Like when I read these first 2 episodes, I was like, this just feels different in such a really cool way. And so once I read the first 2, I was like, I want to be a part of it in any capacity that I can.
Brandon's so likable and warm, and which makes it all the more eerie when you think he might be hiding something. Yeah.
Before I ask my final question of the night, May, when are people going to be able to see more?
The 25th of September.
Mark it down.
Yeah.
Starting at $7.99 a month with ads.
Yeah.
$9.99 without ads per premium.
Yeah.
And my final question, it's actually a one-word question for each of you, and it kind of ties to what Brandon was talking about earlier about, getting excited of what's to come of his character. If you were to each describe where this series is going with one word, what word would you use?
It's
really
going to therapy.
Therapy? All right.
I'm jet lagged.
Irreversible.
Transformation.
Transformation. Yeah. Irreversible. Therapy.
Chilling.
Trapped.
What
did you say?
Trapped.
It has to be really good.
Toni, it's up to you.
Pressure.
All right, with that, May and team, congratulations on Wayward.